Hey you guys, what's up? It's me, EvilSaw13, and this video is my first. Oh, I got a text from my mom. Sorry about that. So this video is my first custom mask design. Alright, so this person actually sent me his design through mail, which is actually not a big deal, but if you guys remember from the custom masks rules and guidelines, I want your sketches scanned and emailed to me, and I want that because it's actually easier, you know. You guys don't have to waste money sending me your stuff. But this person, since I'm close with them, I let this slip. Alright, so, but for the rest of you guys, please send me your sketches scanned. Alright. Oh yeah, and another reason why this person sent me theirs through a package is because their scanner was broken. Alright, so like I said, I'm close with this person, so I'll let this slide for him. Just this once. Alright, so let's open up this sketch. Alright, as you guys can see, it's a good design. I like it. A werewolf, something I've never done before. So it's gonna be fairly fun and difficult at the same time. And he even included the symbolism for this. Now when it comes to symbolism, you guys don't have to do this. I really don't care, but at the end of every custom mask video, I will do my best and try to interpret the symbolism of the mask based on the actual design itself and the finished product. Alright, now once again, you guys don't have to do this. You don't have to do the extra thinking process to come up with the meaning. Alright, you guys don't have to do that. Alright, so let's talk about the actual design. Alright, so the name of his design is, where is it? Oh, the Hound of Death and Resurrection. So that's cool. Alright, cool. Alright guys, so me and Erik have devised the final plan. We have to go over a couple of methods as well as materials on making this thing. So let's go over the new things so I can update you guys on what the hell I'm doing. As you can see, I made extra markings on his drawing to remind myself of the important details. So what he wants actually is the hair of the werewolf to be made of fur. That's actually good because, one, when it comes to the sculpting, I don't really have to sculpt the details of the werewolf other than the left side, the burned side, you know? Because if I put details on the sculpture on the right side, it's gonna be covered up anyways by the fur, you know? Now the fur itself will be siliconed in. I actually don't have an example of the fur, but I will order it as soon as he pays me. Now the jaw is something quite interesting. He sent me a video of a homemade werewolf mask and it was pretty badass. So he wants me to do something similar to the jaw movement of that, which is quite interesting because that gives me ideas for new masks of my own design. So what I'm gonna do with the jaw is I'm gonna sculpt it as if it was one piece, you know, with the mask. But it's not actually gonna be with the mask. This is gonna be cast on silicone, as you all know, non-latex. But yeah, and I told him about the snout. It may fall down, but of course I'm going to reinforce it. You know, same thing with the jaw. If he wants that to move with his chin, or because once he wears this, it's gonna move with his jaw, and obviously the chin is going to force it down, giving it that jaw movement. So I need to reinforce that fairly good, and it's going to be supported with a strap, an adjustable strap of course. Now for the faceplate, this is actually quite interesting. He wants me to make it look very mechanical, so I'm going to cast it in plastic, the same plastic that I used for the 4 deaths of turbulence. So I'm going to use that. So, and yes, I'm going to have to make a silicone mold of this, which is not a problem. Alright, and by the way, did I mention? Oh, yeah, by the way, did I tell you guys that he wants an alternate for this? So that's gonna be cool because he's gonna have 2, and I believe he wants both to be exactly the same, except for the fact that the one on the alternate will have like a wooden theme to the faceplate, which is pretty cool. Hopefully this section of this video did not bore you guys to death. This section is really important because I'm introducing you guys to the design and how it's going to be made. You know, you have to plan out things in order to make masterpieces. But yeah, let's get started. So I am done sculpting the Hound basic structure. Everything is in place. The bone structure and muscle landmarks are there. As you can see, there's the collarbone, and there's the neck muscles going up. And you got the jawbone pretty good. The snout is pretty good. It's well shaped, as well as the ears. The ears are quite small actually, but I can always fix that in the detail step. And as you can see, there's no eyes yet, because I consider the eyes as detail. Alright guys, I have finished sculpting the mask itself. Obviously I haven't sculpted the faceplate yet, but I'm showing you guys the finished version of the base mask. It looks really good. This is one of the most best sculptures I've ever made. And the reason why is because it's simple. It's a werewolf. I can't believe I accomplished it, and it looks very similar to the drawing. I got the stuff that he wanted, which is the stitches right there, and the 3 scars. I believe those are scars or scratch marks, but either way they're the same. So here are the 3rd degree burns. This was practically easy to sculpt because I researched some reference pictures on 3rd degree burns, and mostly 3rd degree burns are just carved layers of skin, basically. And that's what I did here. And this whole entire mask, or this whole entire sculpture, is smoothed, which is pretty cool. It looks good smooth, and the teeth are very good. They're not the best in the world, obviously, but they're pretty damn good. Alright, hey guys, so I'm back now. The faceplate is now complete. As you can see, it's really badass. I really like it. No, but above all, Erik likes it. I am ready to make the mold of this now. So I just actually ordered my materials, and I ordered over $400 worth of materials, and that's actually quite amazing, because I broke my record after all these years of mask making. So I want to make the silicone mold of this and cast the plastic cast of it, and there you go. And that's the Hound of Death and Resurrection, the sculpture. Alright, so I have now successfully made the silicone mold for the faceplate of the Hound. So here it is. The support shell is underneath, quite thick, so that's good. So I have pulled off the first, the original and first copy of the Hound of Death and Resurrection. This is truly amazing, guys. You guys should check this out. So here is the mold. I just pulled it out right now, like I said, and here is the cast. Look at that. That's so awesome. And my idea for making it so that the snout doesn't drip and fall off, since it's silicone, it worked. Look at that. I'm not using my hand. My hand is only up to the this part right here, and it's holding it up pretty good. Look at that. So if I take it, so if I take my hand out, if you guys don't believe me, so I'm holding it by the forehead, and look, it's holding it up pretty good. My idea worked. Now I can apply this simple thing to other designs and alternates of mine. Alright, hey guys, so these are the finished casts of the Hound of Death and Resurrection. As you can see, I used that silicone mold of the faceplate and casted the faceplates themselves out of hard plastic. This is something that I've already done before. If you guys remember my, I think it was 2009 or 2008, somewhere in that time frame. I used the same plastic that I used for the faceplates to create the 4 deaths of turbulence, which is basically four plastic skull props. So it's pretty cool. So I asked Erik if for his ideas for the custom paint job, and his ideas were great. I'm gonna paint these soon. But right now, what I need to do is trim out the faceplates, make them look good. I finally finished airbrushing the two hounds. So here they are. They look pretty badass. These are by far one of the best things, or one of the best airbrushes or airbrush paint jobs I've ever done for a mask. So it's quite cool, it being a werewolf and all. So here's the alternate of the hound. The original hound is right there. Here's the alternate. This is supposed to be more tribal looking and more dirty, more primitive. So Erik wanted me to do a dirty paint job on it, and I did. So it's pretty brown. And as for the wound, it's extra crispy. It's actually pretty burnt up. For the original hand, he wanted me to do white fangs, so that's what I did. And for the wound, it's actually much more fresh. It's much more fresh and new compared to the tribal. I also added the Velcro for both, and these are meant for the faceplates. So once I add the fur, they won't actually show. I want to hide them pretty well. Now for this one, the Velcro is actually located right here, and one at the back of the ear. So now all I gotta do is paint the faceplates, and then put on the fur. I have to apply the fur on. And oh yeah, if you guys are wondering, this is not how you actually wear the actual mask. The jaw is actually tucked inside. You're supposed to wear the jaw first and then the mask. The only reason why I do this is so that I don't have to, you know, take apart both pieces when I'm airbrushing. So I just let the jaw overlap the actual mask, so don't get confused. Alright, check it out. These are the two finished faceplates for the Hound custom mask. Now these are actually pretty cool because these are made of plastic. That's exactly how Erik wanted it to be. For one, he wanted it to be metal-like, while the other one he wants to be wooden-like. So I did my best to replicate both materials, and this is what I got as a result. Alright bros, check it out. I'm done with the fur placement, as well as siliconing the fur permanently on both hounds to the actual silicone mask right here. They're both drying at the moment, but holy crap, this is awesome. This is awesome. I don't know what to say. But when it comes to the fur placement, what I did was I pinned them down piece by piece, so pretty much to map out how I'm gonna do this. Because if you start cutting fur and just placing it on there, guess what? You just screwed up your chance, because once that silicone dries, you may not want that specific fur piece to be on that spot, and once that's dry, it's permanent, and you just, you know, the whole mask is screwed up. So what I did was I planned it out first. But yeah, he wants it to have extra fur, and that's what I did. And I put some silicone on it to make it all disgusting, so it's not just furry. Like right there, see that? Good stuff, good stuff. Same thing here. But yeah, this mask is, these are my first cut commission is pretty much done. I also put some fur in the jaw. This part of every custom mask video, I will pretty much explain to whoever commissioned me to do the custom mask. I'm pretty much going to explain to them how to put on the mask, some technical stuff about it so that it will last longer, and, you know, pretty much stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, so I definitely, I'm telling to you now, Erik, you definitely have to listen up for this, because these things that I'm about to tell you is really important. So since this is a three-piece mask, a werewolf mask that features not only a removable faceplate, but a removable jaw, that's something you have to get used to, especially when putting it on, because I just tried this on last night, and it took me a good couple of minutes to get it comfortable and get it right. So The first thing I'm going to tell you about the mask is the jaw. So the jaw, I'm pretty sure you already know this, but the jaw is actually one piece, and there's a strap at the back, like this. See that? That strap is Velcro, and it's pretty much adjustable. It should fit any size head, you know. But oh yeah, speak of any size head, I recommend you not lend this to anyone or let anyone borrow it, because guess what? If you let those people borrow it and wear it, chances are they don't know how to put it on, and it can break and it can tear. Okay, so I suggest you don't do that for your own safety for these masks. Now the trick to actually getting the jaw fit pretty good on your face is you have to angle the straps so that it's not directly behind your head and it's not directly on top of your head. So somewhere like this. Now here's the hard part. Once you put this part on, the actual mask itself, without the faceplate, of course. Now here's the hard part. You have to aim and shoot where the hole is to get the jaw out. But of course, if you want to wear the jaw the more realistic way, there's also the crappy and cheap way to do it is to wear this first and then the jaw. The only bad part about that is that the jaw will seem to protrude out and it will not look good, and also this part will get exposed, so you don't want that, right? So you need to wear the jaw first and then the actual mask. Not only that's the hard part, the actual difficult part is making sure that the jaw is still on your head, because it does slide off. So since this is a silicone mask, the way you would put it on is, I hope, and I'm pretty sure you know this already, you put your two hands inside the mask itself, the actual face of the mask facing away from you, stretch it, and then you put it on. Now like I said, you have to do that with the jaw already on your head, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to get used to. But once it's there, it will fit really good and it will look really badass. And also be sure that the jaw is pretty tight on your head so that it won't move around. And you can test your jaw movement before you put on the actual mask by, you know, moving your jaw. And it should work once you wear this on top of the jaw. Now another main thing you need to know about, aside from the jaw movement and stuff, is the actual fur placement. Now I don't know if you can see this, but the way I did the fur placement for both hounds is I cut up the fox fur into rectangular shapes. Now I didn't actually silicone the whole entire shape and then slap it onto the mask. The reason why I didn't do that is because if I do that, once the silicone is dry, it would prevent the whole entire mask to stretch, you know, like a silicone mask, because the fox fur with the silicone on that's attached to the silicone mask will prevent the masks from doing what's supposed to do, and that's pretty much flexibility. So what I did here is I actually only applied a small glob of silicone in the middle and then put it on the cast itself. And what that will do is actually, if you stretch it, it will not actually ruin the fur placement, and it would not limit the flexibility of the mask. Now the only downside of that is that you can get some nasty overlaps when you're wearing your mask, or if you're putting the mask on your hand and pretty much displaying it, you're looking at it, you would actually see what I mean once you have it on your hands. So now let's move on to the exciting part, which is the faceplate. Now the faceplates themselves, you need to really take care of them, because the joints, the joint in the mouth right here and the joints right here, they're pretty much stuck on the back of the plastic cast of the faceplate. So try not to let it dangle around. So if you're holding the faceplate, hold both right here, so you're holding the whole entire piece, not just one, and the other one's dangling. And this is actually pretty a decent plastic cast of the faceplate, but that doesn't mean that it can't break. So please be very careful with this, especially this part right here, because this is really, this whole entire masterpiece is pretty fragile. And also, if you somehow get duct tape on this or some sort of tape and you take it out, the paint will rip out. so please be careful with that. I did seal this up 2 layers, so it shouldn't do that, but to be on the safe side, try not to get anything sticky on this, because it will scratch the paint off. So yeah, that will be it for the faceplates. Now putting on the faceplate is quite easy. I'm going to use this one this is the original Hound, obviously, so I'm going to use this as the prime example. Now when you actually put on the faceplate, it's not going to be a perfect fit, and that's just the way it is because of the fur, you know, especially here in the jaw. Once you actually look at it in front view, you see how it kind of dangles off. That's just the way it is because of the fur, you know. But for the faceplates, it's quite easy. Once you have both pieces of the mask on, once you have the jaw on and the actual mask on top of that, the only thing you need to do is use that hole right there, right where the faceplate is, and insert it around the ears first, just like that. Now, the whiskers themselves, I made them out of wire so that it acts as a locking mechanism for the faceplate. This will actually help the faceplate stay on. So what you need to do is bunch up the whiskers and just place them in there. So it's pretty much interlocked now. Now the only thing you need to do is stick it onto the Velcro. So there's a positive side and a negative side on these both. So you pretty much need to piece them together, and it should work as you wanted them to. So just apply minimal pressure right where the Velcro pieces are, and it should move with the jaw. And speaking of the jaw, you really need to add more pressure on this because, like I said, the fox fur on the jaw it doesn't really prevent it, but it makes it harder for both pieces of the Velcro to touch each other. So you really need to press it hard for it to stick, you know, just like that. And that's pretty much the faceplate part. It's actually not hard to do, but once you have all 3 pieces of the masks, then you're good to go, man. So it takes practice, and please be really careful when putting on the mask, especially the mask. You don't want to overstretch it too much, because remember, there's fur on this thing, and it doesn't mean I siliconed it in, it's permanent, so it can't come off if you're not careful. So please be very careful with these, because these are masterpieces. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, for the faceplates, if the joints do come off, it's not that hard to repair them. What you can do is you can actually super glue both the joint to the piece that broke off, and it should work fine. So it's not that hard to fix if it does break. And I totally forgot about the snouts for these both hounds. What I did was I made it pretty much flexible. So if you think that the snout is a bit too low, you can adjust it, you know. So yeah, that's something you need to know as well, because there may be a time in which you may accidentally like knock this down or something and the snout is a bit slanted. So you can actually adjust that right away. And another thing to keep in mind is that both masks, even though they're the same design, this one has a different Velcro placement than this one. So the 2 Velcro squares are actually right here, right where the forehead is, and of course one on the jaw, underneath the jaw, while this one has one right in the forehead and one in the back. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, that'll be it for this segment of the custom masks video for the Hound. So if you have any questions, Erik, on putting this on, for any more ways to keep it long lasting, just don't hesitate to ask me, because these are very awesome masks, but they can break if you're not careful. Alright guys, so this part of the whole custom masks video is pretty much the conclusion. So I'll have something like this at the end of every single custom masks video from now on. But let's talk about the 2 hounds real quick. These 2 magnificent creatures right beside me. This design is probably one of the most memorable masks that I've ever done. Not only it's memorable, but it's also one of the most complex designs that I've ever done. The reason being is obviously because it's a three-piece mask, and it's in silicone. So I have to worry about, you know, the fur, the detachable, removable jaw. Oh yeah, did I mention the faceplates? So it was pretty complex, and it was quite a good challenge. This took a period of 4 months. Believe it or not, I can still remember that night in which I opened the envelope containing the drawing. Now, when you guys are sending me your designs, you don't have to send it to me physically. I highly recommend you guys scan it and send it to me on my email. But yeah, let's go back to the whole 4 months thing. Now, 4 months is actually not a long time, for the fact that I have to make 2 complex mask designs. So I think 4 months is a really decent time. For you guys who are planning on getting a custom mask from me, you guys can actually calculate how long it will take for me to make the mask, make the video, edit it, and send it to you. I try my best to work on custom masks, you know, every other day. I pretty much alternate between the custom masks and my personal designs. Oh yeah, did I mention college work and other things that I do as a human being? So please respect the fact that it may take longer depending on your design. So let's talk about pricing now, since some of you are probably wondering how much were these two in total. The total will be $400, and the reason why is because if you get a custom mask from me that's casted in Ecoflex silicone, full head, the total for that one mask alone is $180. Now for both, if you add both up, that will actually be $360. Now some of you are probably wondering where the $40 came from. The $40 is pretty much the extra costs for extra things. And if you guys guessed it already, the extra thing in this werewolf design is the fur, because that's something I did not have. So keep in mind, if you want a custom mask from me, be sure to make note of all the things that you think I will not have as an artist, and make note of that, because I will have to order it. I actually updated the rules and guidelines because of this, so please download the new version of the rules and guidelines in the custom masks rules and guidelines video in my channel, so please check that out and use it for reference. So above all else, I will learn something new every single mask that I do. Every video, pretty much everything I do in life, I will learn something. So let's talk about that right now. So 3 major things I learned from making this awesome werewolf design is one of them being the detachable movable jaw. Now what's cool about this movable jaw is that not only that it's detachable, but it's also removable, and oh yeah, did I mention adjustable. Now this jaw method actually really works, and I highly recommend it for anyone. And also it's cool because I can also use it for any future design that I wish. So it's cool learning this from making the Hound, because I learned a lot from it. Now another thing that I learned is the fur placement. Now the fur placement is not something I would see myself using for a future design, but it's also nice to know how to put fur on a silicone mask and using silicone to bind it, instead of doing the hard way for which is stitching, hair punching. This is just fox fur on a silicone mask. Now the third and final thing that I learned is making a specific part of a mask stiff. According to this mask, that'll be the snout. It's cool because who knew that a simple thing can hold up such a great amount of weight? And I can see myself using this because this is a useful technique if I want to suspend a certain part of a mask, even if it's flexible silicone, because we all know that silicone will topple down if it's sculpted a bit too far out. So those are pretty much the things I learned. It's really cool because, like I said, I can use these for my future designs. So now let's talk about symbolism. So when it comes to these two hounds, I've always noticed in movies, in cartoons even, TV shows, pretty much anything, werewolves are always the most powerful beasts you can ever encounter in life, and even in games. Have you guys ever seen a werewolf that's weak and skinny? No, right? They're all strong and buff, and to me the werewolf stands for strength. And the fact that these hounds have a scarred face, that can mean the most strongest people are also the most vulnerable. But that doesn't stop them from trying their best, because they can always repair themselves, you know. So it's like a mental energy. If you're a really powerful person mentally, and something scars you, you can't stop because you can always repair yourself. So, in one word, I can summarize both of these hounds. It's pretty much perseverance. So you can say a lot to that. So that's what I think of these hounds as. So now let's go to Erik's interpretation. So I'm going to read exactly how he says it. The Hound of Death and Resurrection. Redemption cannot be done without some form of change. Often this means complete death of oneself. To do this, it means destroying one's evil and reinforcing one's good. No matter what one goes through, improvement is always an option. The mask itself represents the life's trials that can be inflicted to one. It also represents the duality a person has, thus why it's a wolf. It's beautiful yet fierce. The metal faceplate represents reinforcement of one's good, as well as to cover one's ugliness that may lie in wake. That was an awesome symbolism for your mask. It's interesting because my symbolism with your symbolism, they kind of relate in a way. You know, like I said, perseverance. So you see how symbolism plays a role with masks. You can have fun with it. You can learn from it. You can inspire people with it. That's what I've been doing with my videos and my masks. So now that you guys saw my first custom mask, you guys are probably eager to see what my next custom mask commission will be. So please check out my my Facebook fan page on the Custom Masks album. There will be a link in the description of this video, so please check that out. In that album, you guys will see the masks that I've currently finished, custom wise, you know. You guys will see custom mask designs that I'm currently working on. So I know you guys are smart enough to know which ones are finished and which ones are still in progress. So please check that out. Also, if you guys are wanting a custom mask from me, please look at the vacancy sign in my channel. Some of you guys don't even do that. So please go to my channel and check the vacancy sign if it's on or not. If it says no vacancy, then I obviously don't have room to make another custom mask. Or either that or I'm taking a break from custom masks. But if it says vacancy, you guys should totally like email me your design and we should talk about how your design will come to life. So no vacancy and vacancy. Please check the sign out first before you message me. Also remember, originality. Originality, originality, originality. And please refer back to my custom masks rules and guidelines video. I'll put the link in the description in the video as well. You pretty much need to watch that video if you want to get a better understanding of how I do custom masks. So please check it out. It's really useful. Also, I update the rules. The rules and guidelines every now and then. So please download the new version. It will be in the description of the custom masks rules and guidelines video. And that'll be it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all the support. Thank you, Erik, for giving me this golden opportunity to make these wonderful, magnificent beasts that you designed, and I brought that drawing to life, and it's an awesome feeling, especially my first custom coming from you, someone that I actually know, and you know, it was a challenge. It was really cool. So please, if this is your first time watching my video, please check out my other videos and subscribe to me, EvilSlot13. Also, if you have a Twitter, why not follow me? Please follow me. It will be twitter.com/EvilSlot13. I tweet pretty much whenever I do art, so you guys know what I'm doing as an artist. Also, please check out my fan page. That'll be facebook.com/Juan Caparas. That's my main hub as of now. I have photos there. I have vlogs. I have everything there. So please check out my fan page and like it. Oh yeah, please share my fan page to your friends and family so I can get more likes. Show your support. If you guys are interested in buying the designs that I make for the clothes that I wear, please check out the link in the description, in which it will lead you to my online store, in which you guys can buy your own shirts that I designed myself. But above all, thank you for all the support you guys have given me. As of now, this video, I am at currently 3,040 something subscribers. That's a huge number for me. I've been into YouTube since 2008, and that's just a hard achievement to get. And not to mention, I became YouTube partner. So thank you for all the support. I will have more new videos coming out, and of course, more custom asks. So please update yourself, because I have a Twitter and I have a fan page, and as well as a YouTube, obviously. So why not subscribe, follow me, and like. Comment on this video if you guys like. Please favorite it, share it to your friends and family. That'll be it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.